And I think earlier you said that you would like to design the education, music education. What are the kind of things that you would like to make happen?
Normally in elementary school in Japan, they sing the Japanese choral song.
I see.
Of course, sometimes there are good music also, but so it made me a very unhappy.
Same thing for everybody, and it's very boring.
My parents who were musician, pianist, and so maybe in my house they had classic music when I was children. Like, so maybe I had heard Beethoven or some good music, nice music.
Yeah.
But my case, my family, there are already music.
Right.
But of course there are another case, and,
Right.
and depend on the children also, no? So maybe the European people, they almost they go to the church when I was the child. Then they sing the choral.
Right.
But we haven't kind of this culture.
Yeah, because whenever I'm out overseas, I go to church, and you see a lot of kids. They bring a lot of kids, and they usually have a great music there. And the Catholic Church is built in such a way that the music sound effect is so gorgeous. And the kids are sort of have the experience of listening to great music from a very young days. Tell me about another thing which you wanted to do.
In future, I want to organize my own music festival because in Europe, almost my friends have a music festival themselves. Each musician go to each festival. Audience also, and many company, of course, company sponsor concert.
So each musician can design their own festival.
Yeah.
And people who like him or her can come, and they take turns and things. So it seems like you're talking more about like individualized kind of things, whether we were talking about music class or whether we were talking about the festivals.
Yes, that's.
But here we tend to do everything same, uniform, boring, and the festivals are a collection of all these people, and rather than just one person. So there isn't that much of a uniqueness into it. Okay, great. So Makoto-san gave us two things, two topics. One is how do we make sure that we customize education so that each one will have more fun rather than just formal and boring. Yes. But how do you make sure that what kind of classroom would you design that you would like to go or you would like your kids to go? And the second one is how can we promote the idea of each individual's festival?
There will be layer. So it's much better to use the my elementary schools.
Okay, so we are talking about musical classes in elementary school. Okay.
So we're talking about like 6, 7, 8 years
Yes,
old, right?
yes.
Okay, good.
And firstly, input. The important thing is to show many kinds of music and give a lot of opportunities to the students. The teacher needs to show classical music, pop music, rock music, and rap, any songs. And someone says, no sound music is also music, like noise might be music, and tap sound might be music. In addition to that, invite professional musicians. Show a lot of instruments. Let me talk about the output next. So the important thing is students can be creative. So the American Drama Glee, and in the Drama Glee, teachers select one theme. For example, today's theme is love. Then the children can select a song about love.
Maybe so. This is about from the people from 7 to 8, 12 years old. And then our case is very simple. So we have two different, action. The first action is that the first part is that the teachers provide to the student, and the second part is that the student provide to the teacher. The teacher should think what kind of thing the children are looking for. So the teacher should think about first, what kind of objective to learn the music behind music itself. And the second part, students provide to the teacher. The children themselves maybe, create some small group, and then they actually do the research, based on the information they got from the teacher. Maybe one of the students, they learn the music history, or other people like to sing, or other people, I don't know, like to play instruments. Creation of music. Maybe they have this iPhone these days, and then they do the presentation to the teacher. So they maybe do the musical, or they do opera. Maybe some students, and then, right? And after this presentation from the student, the teacher design, what kind of music class courses can teacher provide to the student. So, maybe one student like opera, so the teacher provide 1 hour opera session to the students. But this, the session include all students, not only the student they had interest in opera. So after having this second session from the teacher, this is also again the students' part, that they prepare something big at the end of the year, which is our final goal, the musical festival.
How to promote new music festival and customized or individualized one. And actually there is a concrete idea of where. So that's the point where we could start with, the where. The where is a city in west of Japan, where actually there's a number of assets which exist in the location. So to create a festival, which means gathering people, is not only about music. So of course music will be the core, but we need the space, the place.
Right.
First of all, a number of cultural interests. And there's also, it's a hub of factories of renowned big companies, which is the potential of bringing them in. And the very important part is food in Samba. Apparently, geographically, it's a kind of a blessed place with very rich nature and mountain landscape, and the soil is very rich, which creates good vegetables, and there's a famous Sanda beef, which is as good as Kobe beef, or I don't know, Matsuzaka beef.
We talk about promote music festival for at the Sanda city. So we talk about firstly the 3 categories and the plus 1 venues and the season and the genre. And after that, the finance is very important. And first, venue is old style Japanese house. It's better, and the tempo is also better. We choose the summer. This festival is for children, so summer season is better. Fireworks. Audience can bring their own instrument, and they can join the concert. The finance. So the crowdfunding and the city budget and look for the sponsor, big company. And the educational institution, the kind of the university. So we look for the many institutions. The festival name is Rolling Thunder Review. Bob Dylan's concert name, Rolling Thunder Review. we inspire that going Thunder review.
So for example, education, the most important things, of course you said, the children think themselves or create themselves is most important things.
What about the festivals?
This one. Yeah, it's the title. Yeah, rocking. Nice. I like it. Rocking.
Probably we'll start Makoto Yoshida's Rolling Thunder.
Yes, Santa City, food is nice, very nice. But food is important because every artist, good artist, loves food.
Very true.
And music and gastronomy, it's nice collaborated. Santa City is a little bit new city, new town city, like Saitama, Fukushima. So it means there's some space for factory. It's named Culture Town. Medicine also.
How did you like the whole session?
Oh, it was really interesting. It's very seldom that I get ideas from somebody with other jobs. So it's very refreshing. What I wanted to add about Japanese school and music education, actually I really loved my school. I loved my music school. And
In Japan?
in Japan
Yes,
as
yes.
well. I went to Germany when I was 10 years old.
What did you like about it? What did you like about it?
Well, when I started also with something negative, what I notice now when I visit schools is that I think Japanese education is very much based in military. And when I bring somebody from Europe to Japanese schools, they say like, why do they stand up together and why do they have to go home together? And so I have to explain, you know. But I think the one positive thing in Japanese education is we want to create harmony as well. So we have a lot of choral tradition and we sing together. This is something because we wish to be in harmony, right? I really loved the ideas to support individuality, which is really necessary, I think. And also, I also wish to make my own music festival.
Yes.
So, it was really